Join me while I dive into the top 4 reasons why staying on the cruise ship may be the best decision ever. Can I convince you to skip the port? Hi, I'm Sandy from Sandy Over 70. Thanks for joining me. I hope you'll click the subscribe button if you haven't already, and also the like button. Since I've been on 51 cruises on 19 different cruise lines, there is seldom a port in the Caribbean that I haven't been to before. And now, after cruising for 50 years at age 76, some of my favorite Caribbean ports are the ones where I don't get off the ship. I love cruise ships. The luxurious amenities, the non-stop entertainment, the variety of dining options all come together to create a vacation like none other. And yet, whenever the ship docks in a port, I'm faced with the dilemma. Do I disembark and explore the local attractions, or stay on board and indulge in what the ship has to offer? In this video, I'm referring only to Caribbean ports. There are many itineraries around the world, and at these ports you should definitely get off the ship and explore these areas with a guide or on your own. So there you are, looking out your window or standing on your balcony and wondering whether you should venture out or stay put. It's a tough decision, especially if you're traveling with others who have ideas about what they want to do. Some people are all about exploring new destinations, and others just want to kick back and relax on the ship. But have you ever really stopped to think about what you're really getting in those ports? Are you accumulating souvenirs, taking selfies, or checking off boxes on your bucket list? Or are you really immersing yourself in the culture of the area? And what about the crowds, the lines, and the chaos that often comes with exploring a port? So what are the 4 reasons I think you might want to consider staying on the ship? Number 1, you are elderly and/or have mobility issues. Passengers sometimes bring assistive devices onto the ship, such things as canes, walkers, and wheelchairs, and they may have no other option but to stay on the ship. They are on the cruise because they want to experience the joy of cruising, the scenery, the fresh air, and just being away from home for a change. Number 2, peace and quiet. One of the perks of staying on the cruise ship is the peace and quiet. No crowds, no noise, no hassle. Just you and the sun and the sea. And who doesn't love a good spa day or a leisurely lunch by the pool or on your deck? And then there are the luxury amenities on some of these ships. I'm talking private cabanas, gourmet restaurants, and even robot bartenders on some of the ships. It's a whole different world on board, one that's definitely worth exploring. Imagine sipping a cool drink by the pool when you have an unlimited choice of lounge chairs. That's right, the chair hoggers have gotten off the ship and left all the chairs for you. And lunch at the buffet will be a totally different experience. No lines in front of each station. An endless choice of tables to sit at. You can sit by a window and look at the beautiful scenery. Watch the people getting on and off the ship. You can get an ice cream without having to wait in line. Number 3, you've been to this port before. I've lost track of how many times I've been to Caribbean ports. At this point, I can't even think of a Caribbean port that I haven't been to. Many of the islands look the same, so If you take an overview tour, you're basically going to see pretty much the same thing. They'll drive you up and down the streets and you'll look at the homes of the locals. Most of the excursions focus on water and beach activities. And I'll tell you, at my age, I'm really not interested in that anymore. I don't want to sit in the hot sun on a beach. I don't want to go in the cold water and fight the waves. I'm like over that. I'd much rather stay on the air-conditioned ship and lounge around on my balcony or at the pool or at some hidden spot I found where there are comfortable lounge chairs. If I'm not doing an excursion, I will always get off the ship, at least for an hour, and walk around in the shops that every port has. They've mushroomed up at every port, shops that have stores and restaurants right there within steps from the ship. Unfortunately, they all look the same. It's the same shops over and over. Diamond shops in particular, you'll find. Souvenir shops. They're all the same, but at least it's nice to get off and walk around. Sometimes I will pick up a souvenir, but then I hustle back to the air-conditioned ship. Number 4, crime. Unfortunately, crime has increased in the Caribbean. You should always check the U.S. advisories before traveling. In 2024, we were advised against traveling in Jamaica. I love Jamaica, and I was very sad to hear that. I've been to Jamaica many times, but I took this seriously, and I did not schedule an excursion. However, I did get off the ship in the area where all the shops are, and I noticed that it was completely enclosed by a fence, and there was a police presence everywhere, so I felt quite secure. So there you have it, the top 4 reasons why you might consider staying on a cruise ship in port rather than getting off. I hope I've convinced you to at least consider it. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to comment below with your own cruise ship confession. Do you prefer to stay on board or explore the port? If you want to hear more about cruising from me, all of my tips and tricks, then check out my travel and cruise playlist. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.